so says.
Please stand for the pledge and prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to come together again and do the work of the citizens of this fine community that we live in, this fine county. We ask that you would watch over us and guide us and help us with our decisions. We just ask that we would remember at this time of the year the reason for the season. And you hear that, and we know that, but let's focus on your Son and what he did for all of us and focus on that. Watch over the families of this county, help everyone to have a safe and great holiday and a great Christmas and a happy New Year. And we just ask that you would bless the citizens of Howard County in that way. And it's in your Son's name that we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everyone who's braved the cold to come out and join us this evening. Any special announcements or recognitions?
I don't believe we have any.
I don't think so, not tonight. Approval of previous meeting minutes.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those are approved. Okay, that takes us right into our departmental business and reports.
She's not here
First
yet.
up will be,
She's not here yet.
I don't see Pam, so we'll just move on. Information Systems, Jeremy Stevens.
There he is. There you go.
Good evening. A couple months ago, the county attorney recommended a policy for the sheriff's department social media website. Since then, I've spoken to the attorney, and I'd like to give my recommendation from an IT department perspective. First, my recommendation is not just have a policy for the sheriff's department social media page, right? Because I think that's going to lead to, are we going to create a policy for every single social media account? I did a quick search upstairs and counted over 17 different accounts. And so I recommend instead that you just create a single Howard County policy instead of a separate policy per social media account page. That's my first recommendation. The second recommendation is to disable comments on the government posts, but enable the sharing of the content so that the public can still interact and share and discuss and participate in the new town square, so to speak. But I believe that the original content, the government post, should be clean. And if you don't do that, you're going to have somebody pay them time and resources to monitor and for the spam, porn, malware, cryptocurrency links. It just happens, you know, the bad guys do that. And so you're going to have somebody's going to spend their time doing that on every single social media page. I just think that's kind of a waste, but and so I just think that you should have comments disabled by default, but keep the ability to share, retweet, repost, all that. And speaking with Alan, I believe he's got some paperwork that kind of puts that sentiment of a single policy and disabling comments into official language. So I'm just here to give my recommendation. I think that's probably the best way. After I heard him propose that policy, I feel like I should step up and kind of get in front of this so that we just don't have a slew of policies and have people spend their days policing social media, so. Do you have any questions or?
No, thanks, Jeremy. Alan, is that your thoughts?
It is. The idea is not to keep people from making comments. They're free to make any comment they want on their own webpage or Facebook site or whatever it is, just not on the county's.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the comments that have been made are extremely offensive, and they have no business being on anyone's website, as far as I'm concerned, but at least we can control what goes on the county website.
So-
They certainly don't belong on the county website.
You would bring this back to us?
Yes, I will. I will. I'll bring the official proposal.
Jeremy, I appreciate the work you put into this. We've had discussions about this. I agree with what you're saying. I appreciate the fact that you've come up with a way that citizens can still interact, they can still share it, they can still discuss, they can still be part of it. But keeping our content clean, like you said, that prevents malware, porn, all these other things. And we don't have somebody to sit around and monitor this right now. So I appreciate your work into that.
No problem.
So
Have a good evening.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you.
He's not here yet.
all right, next will be our treasurer, Christie. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I am here today to present a new service contract agreement between Howard County and Invoice Cloud. Invoice Cloud is a third-party vendor that processes all property tax payments 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The payment data files and reconciliation reports are received daily via email. Those files are then uploaded for each business day through our tax software. I have been working with Invoice Cloud, and their team for the last couple of months discussing budget restraints with the cuts that, have come about for next year. With that in consideration, multiple one-time and monthly fees have been removed completely from this contract of agreement. This includes their integration and training, the integration to Lao Associates, our tax software vendor, all portal access for myself and as the admin, and unlimited additional users. We utilized Invoice Cloud services previously from 2015 to the beginning of 2022 before our conversion with Lao. And truthfully, we would have never left Invoice Cloud, but with the conversion, it posed difficulties that could not be overcome, forcing me to find another provider to service all of our online tax payments for the taxpayers that utilize this service. The services that are provided with Invoice Cloud are top-notch. They were when we utilized their service before, and they have only excelled above that since we were what was previously offered. We lost important features with the conversion to our current provider. Residents reached out immediately and have continued to reach out almost daily about the features that at this time are no longer available with the transition of our current company. First and foremost is the auto pay. And this is the ability for taxpayers to set up auto pay with all of their information. If they want to do it before the due date or exactly on the due date, and it automatically pulls from their account, whatever their account may be. And this is something they only have to set up once. And it continues on year to year, exactly how they have it set up. And we do not have that right now. So this pretty much, it's just one of those set it and forget it. Taxpayers want a more modern, flexible payment process similar to the private sectors. The second is reminders. Invoice Cloud sends out reminders via email and/or text that contain a direct checkout link. These reminders include, but are not excluded to, the due dates, if there is an issue with a payment, or if a stored credit card is about to expire and needs updated. along with many other. There's a laundry list of notifications that they send out. Now, on the flip side of the spectrum, all of the aspects pertaining to what goes on behind the scenes in the office. If there is, with the current provider, if there is any issue with any payment made through our current provider, I receive an email with the amount that has been debited from our account and the name or names involved in the debits. And then there's a process that I then go through to research everything. First is on their online pay portal to establish what parcel or parcels were rejected to begin with. Secondly, searching the parcel or parcels within our tax software allow to determine when the payment was made and within which tax settlement period it was posted. I then am contacting each taxpayer either by email or by phone, letting them know exactly the reason why it was rejected, if it was insufficient funds, unable to locate account, as if they typed their account number in wrong, a closed account. And with Invoice Cloud, the taxpayer automatically receives notification of the rejection and why. So it's kind of, eliminating a couple steps in between so we can get right to the root of what we should do going forward. And that's when I determine the route, the remedy of the issue, either replacing the funds or voiding the payment. And I go the extra mile, and I do it because I want to personally, and I care about our taxpayers. If you are going, through the effort of making sure that you're making your payment on time, I'm going to go the extra effort for you as well. And if they are able to come in and replace the funds, then we go that route. That way, there's no voiding of payments, there's no penalties, there's no, insufficient fees added to it. And I do that both on time and for the late payments, especially when, some have a 5% window, which is the 30 days after the due date. So I do this because this is something that I want to do. I know other counties in Indiana do not do that. I've discussed it with other treasurers. They just call it a day, and it's upon the taxpayer to take care of whatever they need to take care of. But just that extra, having the Invoice Cloud, giving them an email or a text saying, okay, you made that payment, there's an issue here. And then some other issues had came up with just more or less the system reliability and the downtime and security of payments with the company that we have right now. They're just one instance I'll talk about, which I just can't even believe it's even possible, but a routing number was put in wrong. So that way, it never even populated a financial institution to begin with. And, they put in an account number. Didn't even exist. So with our current online pay vendor, their bank provides the funds immediately. So it's not like going to the store and making a payment and right then and there if it's declined or if it's going to go through. They front the money first to us, and then if anything's wrong with it, it's debited out of our account immediately, and that's when I receive the notification and have to do the digging of what went wrong here. What parcels was it? Who is it? Is there any contact information when they did go online? Did they provide an email address? Did they provide a phone number? Because that can be bypassed as well. And with Invoice Cloud, you cannot bypass that. Another aspect that we had with Invoice Cloud that we do not have now with our current provider is being able to block parcels. So every year come July 1st, by state statute, we have to certify for the tax sale, which is if your parcel is 3 installments or more behind, possibly be certified for the tax sale. And not having the ability to block the parcels enables those to pay on those properties after they're certified with uncertified funds. So then we run into another, okay, is this going to be another NSF, non-sufficient funds? Then, you know, I have to void these payments and require and request that certified funds are to be paid. And then just another aspect of it, after the sale, if, which, I mean, and if it's sold or it didn't sell, in essence, they all sell. If it didn't sell, you know, during the sale, it's obviously, property of the commissioners. They have to redeem that property first. And there have been people that have gone online and made payments on these properties that were on the tax sale. And I've had to go in and void all these payments because they do have to redeem it in full through the auditor's office. And then another one, and it just pertains back to the blocking of the parcels. Every year in July, if there are any personal property taxes or mobile home taxes, so any mobile home or business taxes that have gone unpaid for the previous year, those go into demand for 60 days with our collection agency to remedy them before they become a certified judgment to the clerk. That again allows them to get online, make the payment when they need to be paying our collection agency first. And then we receive the funds, of course, from the collection agency. So pretty much overall, the system that we had in place before was great. It was just, they weren't able to implement what we needed when we were converting over to LAO from MVP.
Seems like a lot of redundancy and a lot of work
It
on the
is
treasurer's part.
a lot of work for me. I take all that on. I do it all. But, I mean, if I'm going to do for one, I'm going to do for everyone. So I give everyone the benefit of the
Is
doubt.
this going to fix it or help it?
It is going to help it indefinitely. Because they're already going to get that notification that, hey, there's an issue. Either you thumbed it in wrong, your account number, or there's just insufficient funds, which, I mean, that is what it is. But in the same aspect, I will continue to do everything I can in my power
Sure,
to remedy, replacement of funds.
and we appreciate that.
Actually had one today that came in to replace funds. It was just a late payment, but still, she was still in the 5% window. And I just went in there and voided it, let her know, hey, now you're in 10%, money's tight for everyone, and these days.
Mr. Wilson approved the
Yes.
agreement.
Okay, any questions for the treasurer?
Covered it well.
I'll make a motion to accept the agreement.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the agreement presented by the treasurer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you so very much, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Christie.
Just have
One that needs
the
signatures.
agreement's the only thing that I need you guys to sign on. I'll be the one signing on the bill of order form to get everything up and going. And what's attached is just the service agreement.
Good explanation, Christie. Thank you very much.
I have way more, but I don't want to bore you.
You covered it good.
With the fees and everything that would have been a cost.
Sure. Well, thank you for bringing that forward.
Really worked with me
Cool.
quite well with
Good deal.
everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next will be, we'll go with Amber. Welcome, Amber.
Thanks. I actually have two items for you tonight. The first one on the agenda is the contract amendment. So this is the contract for Bridge 30. We had signed this original contract several months ago. This is a federal project for the redesign and, for Bridge 30, that's on Alto Road, just west of 300. So we do need to do just a little bit more work, legwork, in order to push this through the federal process for the design work. We do need to do some more digging into the right-of-way, which we thought we had owned and we should own, but we just don't have the paperwork to show that we own this and the deeds. So we have to do a little bit more digging there and then an asbestos report. So this will add $6,586 to this original contract. So I just need the approval for this amendment.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor of this contract amendment?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that is passed.
Okay, I just need your signatures. And the other item that I had today is, I just need to read into record the winners for the annual bid items that we took in a month ago. I had forgotten to come in and do that last month. So I did create the bid tabs and sent that out to all of the bidders. Nobody had any
Okay,
questions or
one
anything?
question. Alan, are we okay to do this without it being on the agenda?
Without, yes, you are.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. So the winners for those items for the materials and services, item 1 was precast and pre-stressed beams. Milestone was the winner. Item 2 is various grades of asphalt emulsion. E&B Paving won that one. Item 3 is fog seal. E&B Paving won. Item 4 is HMA pavement and CMA pavement. E&B Paving won that. Item 5 is stone. Heidelberg Materials won that. Item 6 is equipment rental, and E&B Paving won that one. Item 7 is diesel fuel. Keystone Cooperative won that one. And there was one additional item that was bid on, that was box culverts, and JJ's Concrete won that bid, so.
Okay, do
That's
we
all.
need a motion to accept those? Anybody want to make that motion to accept the
So moved.
winning bids?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to accept these winning bids. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, those are accepted.
All right, thank you.
Amber, before you get out of here, I want to tell you that we are thankful for you and your crew over this past weekend with the bitter cold and the snow we got. So thank you guys very much for what you did. So
Thank you, yep, our pleasure.
Do you think you put down the salt brine, did that help? You think that helped it?
It did, yes, yeah, so we were able to get salt down, or brine down before and pre-treat, and it made a huge difference
I know it's
in.
on 100 South.
Yes,
Big
yeah.
difference.
I would like to, over the next couple of snow events that we have, to really take some pictures of before and afters and the roads that we did and didn't brine, and present those kind of at the end of the season to you guys. And I think it'll be very eye-opening to see how much of a difference that made for us.
Thank you.
I'd rather make another deal with you, we don't get any more snow.
I would love
Yeah.
that. That would be
Stop
fine. I would be absolutely fine with that.
now, wait a minute, we need some snow for Christmas.
No,
We
no.
need snow for
There's some
Christmas.
out there
Don't
now
have to
that
work
will
for
stay.
Christmas.
Okay,
Yeah,
Before Christmas, so you
yeah,
can have
so
it
it's just
cleared up.
white, yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Amber.
thank you very much, Amber. Next, we'll bring up Pam Isaac for board appointments.
Good afternoon. I am here to ask you to appoint people to boards. So the first appointment is to the Alcohol Beverage Commission. That is a one-year appointment, and that is Joe Martino. He currently serves on that board. The next one is Dr. Robert Mason to the Howard County Board of Health. That is a four-year appointment. And then I would humbly ask if you would appoint me to continue on the Convention and Visitors Bureau. That's a one-year appointment.
No way.
Drainage Board is a three-year appointment. Mike Ullery, he currently serves. Plan Commission is Cheryl Graham. She currently serves. And then the last several are Taylor Regional Sewer District Board. That is Tyler McClish, Scott Waymeyer, Brad Bray, Larry Hayes, and Ted Miller.
You okay with those?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You've heard the appointments. Do I have a motion to accept those appointments as presented?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, those are accepted, Pam.
You need to do this one, Jack. That's your signature.
Okay.
And you can hold on those till after your meeting.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Is there any new business to come before the commissioners tonight? No? Alan, I have a contract here from, I think it's from the clerk's office.
It's the contract with Jeremy Peel for collection of fines and
Are you
penalties.
going to present that?
Yes. I will.
Okay. All right. Salary claims.
$1,179,191.74.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, those are approved. Payroll expenses.
$1,179,191.74.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Those are approved. Operating claims.
$2,284,791.28.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Those are approved.
Vote on it. Need to call for a vote on those. Need to call for a vote.
Oh, I did not call for a vote. All in favor of approving those claims?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now they're approved.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Just here to help.
That's what you're here for, right?
Yeah.
Any claims to ratify?
None.
Any monthly reports?
We have the county treasurer's monthly report, month ending 10/31 of 2025.
We'll mark those as presented. Are there any grants?
None.
Thank you, Madam Auditor. Mr. Wilson.
I can start with the Jeremy Peel contract we talked about. This is the same contract it's been every year, where he collects for the clerk's office when people are fined or have penalties to pay. He does a nice job of collecting. I think what I need to have happen on that is you need to authorize Debbie Stewart as the clerk to sign, and then there's a place for the commissioners to approve at the bottom of the contract.
Okay, so we need to sign it
Sign.
and authorize her to
Yes,
sign it?
a motion to authorize her to sign it, yes.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That is approved.
And then secondly, I have a resolution by which the board will declare its intent to reimburse expenditures for costs related to building of the jail. Under the statutes, there has to be a resolution declaring that intent. This is for reimbursement of hard costs that the county pays out in advance, and it's reimbursement from the bonds when the bonds are issued. My understanding is with soft costs, those can be reimbursed at any time, but hard costs, you need a resolution for that effect. So we've got a resolution, and I need a number on that one.
2025 BCCR 26.
I make a motion that we accept Resolution 2025 BCCR 26.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept Resolution 2025 BCCR 26. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that is accepted.
Then the next resolution I have is Resolution 2025 BCCR 25. It's already been numbered. This just adopts the capital improvement plan for 2025 and 2026.
Okay, any questions about the resolution for the capital improvement plan?
Motion accept.
Second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, resolution number 2025 BCCR 25 is approved.
Next, I have a proposed agreement for contract services. With a contractor, you know, the county enacted a nuisance ordinance, and this is a agreement for contract services for a compliance officer to ensure compliance with that ordinance.
Where's Pat Muncy?
Okay, any questions about this? Okay,
No, I'll make that motion. I've been adamant that
I'll second it.
okay, I have a motion and a second to accept this contract between the Board of Commissioners and Harold Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this is accepted. Now, I'd asked for one signature as the president, so would I ask for a motion?
I do have one additional comment to that. The recycling district has indicated that they potentially would be interested in help fund that position. So I would like to approach the recycling board at the meeting tomorrow and ask them where they're at with that and what their commitment will be.
I think it's a great idea, and I think we'll do that.
And Mr. Wilson had said, because I had asked him, we just have to have a memorandum of understanding with them on that.
Yes.
But I'll make the motion for the president to sign.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll go ahead and sign this.
Then the last thing I have is a ground lease agreement between the county and Greater Kokomo Economic Development Alliance. This is for placement of statue along the walkway. This obligates us just to maintain our own property. It does not obligate us to maintain the statue or statues or to maintain any insurance on the statues. Same agreement we've had before, it's just a renewal basically of that same
Okay.
agreement.
Questions or comments on the agreement?
No, sir.
Is there a motion to accept the agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
This is accepted.
That's it for me.
Okay, those enough, Mr. Wilson. All right, Mr. Bray.
Nothing. Stay warm out there and have a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. Mr. Lipinski.
Yeah, I would, and I know there's some legalities on some certain things, but I would be in favor of extending the moratorium on the battery storage. And talking to the fire departments, talking to the Kokomo Fire Department and all the volunteer fire departments, they're not prepared for this right now. And I just believe that at this current situation, we don't have enough information. And that I would propose, and I know, Mr. Wilson, you've looked at it and you said there's potentially, I would recommend that if you could take a look at that and see if we can do something with that or not.
Okay, I'll do that.
So you're requesting Mr. Wilson look at doing a moratorium?
Well, I think some of the language stated that if you currently have a moratorium, that you potentially have a year's window in there, but I'm not an attorney.
I'll get you a definitive answer on that. I know the state has limited moratoria to 1 year now, but there was also some discussion about if you already have one in place, when does that year start? So I'll get you an answer on that.
Okay. Anything else?
Thank you.
I just want to say, to all of our first responders, the sheriff's department, all the work they put in these last couple of snow events and temperature events. I just want to thank all of them for what they've done. This year has been a good year for Howard County. There's been a lot going on, and we've accomplished a lot. We've had some challenges, but all in all, it's been a positive year. And, I just appreciate all the employees and the effort that they've done for Howard County. And that includes all of our elected officials as well. The budget this year was a challenging year, especially with Senate Bill 1 kind of hanging out there over us. But I think our council has done a superb job. I think our employees have done a superb job. We are a fiscally conservative county. We continue to do that. Going forward, we have the jail that we're working on. Between a lot of people, we were able to figure out that financing and continue to move forward on this. So I appreciate each and every one. I appreciate my fellow commissioners, the work you guys have put forward, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
So with all that being said, do I hear a motion to?
No, you're gonna have public comment.
Okay.
Public comment?
Oh, public comments. Public comments. Mr. Euler.
Stan Wither, Eastern Howard County. I'd like to thank Mr. Lipinski for bringing that up. I know I've been on him and some of the others about this. By no means, like he said, this is not something we want. I've been in researching this for the past 8 to 10 months. I can't find anything good about it. I've listened to firefighters from New York talk about it at public meetings. I think I shared that with you guys. If you can't do a moratorium, we need to get a ordinance in place that restricts, because this is not good for our people in this community. But I thank you for looking at that. Also, if we end up going to have to do an ordinance, like I said before, I would really appreciate if you would get the input from the fire departments locally. I know they're all looking at it along with myself. I've talked to one of the chiefs at Kokomo, or two of them, and, we need to get something in place if we can't do a moratorium, because this is some bad stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Mr. Euler, I just want to say thank you to the fire chief, not only to the Greentown, but all the fire chiefs that met with us. And you guys did. You gave us a lot of information. So we really appreciate that.
And, there's plenty more information out there. We just, if you want more, I can get you more.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Hearing none.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor of adjournment?
Aye. He's getting up.
We are adjourned.
He get up, leave. He's got his hat on.